Hey guys, Romney Reaper here, just back with a quick little review. So, I just got back from seeing Minions, The Rise of Gru. You know, obviously one of the most highly anticipated cinematic events of the whole year. And, you know what, I'm going to be honest, this film just, it truly lived up to it. You know, I don't think I've ever seen anything that meets the anticipation of quite like this film does, you know. It's a proper bona fide cinematic masterpiece. Move over, Morbius. That this is where cinema has peaked. Truly a film of the year. Banana out of 10. Okay, so on an actual serious note, the film is actually fairly entertaining. Obviously, nothing that I'm gonna go be thinking, wow, what a groundbreaking piece of cinematic art. Wow, what an innovative experience of cinematic storytelling. Like, of course it's not, but it's Minions. Like, you, you you know what you're getting. You're getting a few decent slapstick gags, and yeah, maybe you'll be charmed by their antics. So this film has the addition of Gru this time around, young Gru, and the film follows Gru trying to get into this supervillain group known as the Vicious Six. His interview goes badly, and he steals this powerful MacGuffin stone thingy that the Vicious Six plan to use. He's eventually intercepted by their former leader, Wild Knuckles. Meanwhile, you've got the Vicious Six in pursuit of him, and his group of minions on the way to save him. So yeah, as I said, Minions: The Rise of Gru, you know, it's not going to change your life or your worldview, but for 90 minutes, you will probably have a decent time. Like, if you're someone with kids, like, there are worse options out there. You know, put a bit of a smile on my face, you know, give me a few chuckles. There's a fair amount of decent slapstick gags that give me these reactions. There's a few fun little jokes. There's a reference to Don Rickles that I was not expecting at all. And there's one point a visual reference to Jaws. That's another thing this film does well. It's set in the 1970s, and it utilizes that really well. The character designs, the costume, you know, the outfits the characters are wearing, like the settings that, you know, they clearly went all in on giving it that period feel. And yeah, it makes the whole thing way more fun, colourful, and vibrant, stylized. This is probably some of the best Illuminations like art style has looked. And there's also some genuinely really fun, stylish moments. Like, very early on, there's like an opening credit sequence, which is like a spoof of like James Bond opening credits. And there's like one sequence where the minions are like silhouettes. And that looked really nice. And there's some really cool like rapid paced tracking shots as well. Like one tracking a winding road following Otto on a tricycle. And at one point there's a rapid tracking shot of a whole line of trees that Stuart's been punched through. They clearly went all in on making this, you know, a real fun cartoony film. And also, what I want to take note of here is they've managed to get a pretty stellar cast to do this film. Obviously, Steve Carell is doing the voice of Gru, and you know he does it well once again. You know, a few octaves higher, you know, because he's a child. But you know, young Gru is a real charming lead, and I did quite like his little journey to supervillaindom. Joining Gru, we've got Alan Arkin as Wild Knuckles, and among others, we've got Jean-Claude Van Damme as a character called Jean-Claude. Very funny. Dolph Lundgren as a character named Vengeance, and Lucy Lawless as a villainous nun called Nunchuck. However, the standout character, I'd say, is Michelle Yeoh's character, who's like this kung fu master acupuncturist. Now, If I hadn't seen this film and you were to tell me that this was just one of her many alternate lives in Everything Everywhere All at Once, I probably would believe you. Yeah, her whole segment teaching the minions kung fu was so much fun. I also really liked the plot strand about Gru and Wild Knuckles bonding. That was rather heartwarming. Where the film kind of lets a bit of slack is in the narrative. It's obviously it's all over the place, following these different strands, and really it serves basically just to allow the minions and Gru to get into various wacky hijinks. And honestly, what more do you need it to be? Like, no one's going to a Minions film for like a real deep study of the human condition. The jokes do take a little bit to kind of find their groove. I guess that could be probably attributed to the fact that the Minions stick is kind of beginning to run its course. I'd say it's probably only got really one or two films left in it. I know we're getting Despicable Me 4, so maybe this will like round off the franchise and allow the Minions stick to rest gracefully. As I said, the Minions do have a fair amount of charming moments, and they did make me smile and get a few chuckles out of me. And to the film's credit, it all comes together wonderfully in Act 3. All these various disparate strands, they all come together in very satisfying fashion, and it's so much fun to watch. But yeah, Minions The Rise of Gru. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what do you think of Minions The Rise of Gru if you've seen it. What's your favourite film in the franchise? And do you think the Minions stick is beginning to run its course? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.